Well, hello everyone, welcome to A Descent Journeys in the Dark second edition. This is my review of Treaty of Champions. So let's begin, shall we? So we start off with this, the little instruction book that comes with it. It tells you how to put everything in their respective piles and how to use a rumour card, of course. And then it comes with these two new quests. First one is Sindaria's quest. Sorry. There's no L there, silly me. And if I actually, no, I'll bring it to the camera. If I show you that there is actually a event piece of paper, congratulations, 3 search tokens in this one. There's one there, and one there. That's it for that. So that's quite interesting already. And with the rewards, the heroes, well, they don't win anything if the heroes win. But if the Overlord wins it, they get the Overlord reward card, the Hag's Hunger, and gets to draw one more rumour card. Next one is the Treaty of Champions, but like the others, it has the 3 search cards in it. Search tokens. So there's one for 2, one for 3, and one for 4. And well, whoever wins this one will get the reward on the Treaty of Champions Advanced Quest card. And on the back it has all the information of the monsters and heroes. Fluff, also known as. Great, always like that. Our first hero that I'm going to cover is Beck. Well, straight away, this is the older one, that's the newest one. If I just put that in a little bit more central middle, there you go. The older one only had 3 stamina, but the newest one has now 4, which is a good start already, straight away. The hero abilities, the older one had, here, I'll put it up to a bit more camera, while you have at least 6 damage on your, well, at least have 6 damage, each of your attacks gain +2 damage, of course. Whilst the later one, well, the newest one should I say, while you or a hero adjacent to you has 6 or more damage tokens on his hero sheet, each of your attacks gain +2 damage, which is even better. A lot more better. However, of course, they just need to be adjacent if it's another hero, which can't really be all that bad. Or even just yourself. So this is the option of you or another hero. Anyone that has 6 damage on there. Which I can't see anything wrong with that. I think that's a very, very good start already. So extra 1 more stamina and a little bit more better of the hero ability. Now, this is where it comes down to the fun parts, the heroic feat. The old one was used when attacking after dice rolled. Roll 1 red power die to suffer damage equal to the hearts rolled, and add the same amount of damage to your attack roll. Sorry. This newest one. Used when you perform an attack after dice are rolled. Suffer 3 damage, then roll 3 red power dice and replace the results of your attack roll with the results of the red power dice. Oh my god, that is absolutely amazing already, and it's almost close as well when taking the, well, having 6 damage on there as well. So your minimum strike rate is 3 damage. That's if no one has 6 damage on their hero sheet that's adjacent to him, or 6 damage on him. It also means if you roll a miss, you can use that straight away, which is always good. If you have 6 damage on yourself or another hero adjacent to you, the minimum is 5, and that's without surges. The maximum, without surges that is, would be 11, which is absolutely amazing, straight from the word go. I can actually see this being used all the way. Handy for being in the introduction quest, Act 1 quest, interlude quest, and the beginning of the Act 2 quests as well, as that would really be in constant use. Very handy against lieutenants and master powerful monsters, especially the ones that you need to actually kill. I can actually see this being used a lot, literally. Anyway, Beck. I think he'll be good with a knight, just because of that movement 3. Well, practically all dwarves have a movement of 3 anyway, so it's really slow on him. But I can see the Advance and Oath of Honor being used constantly. Another interesting one would probably be the Skirmisher. After all, the hero ability, add in a +2, as well as selecting your surges on either hand weapon that you picked, as well as the heroic feat as well, can actually be quite interesting. Plus, one of their skills gives you an extra +1 speed. So, this is Beck himself. That's fallen out of my hand. Great start. And I can tell you, I'm going to actually continue on with that. I'm going to tell you this much, that he does look pretty good. I'm not too sure about the twin axes though. I think it's fine. I just think he's handling them a little wrong. I think he needs to have the grip a little bit down. But I can't see anything wrong with the model apart from that. It's a good model. Nice. Okay, next up is Jonas the Kind. So in the older one, which is this one right here, he has 8 health, and the latest one, the newest one that is, he has 10 health, plus 2 extra health. For a healer, that's okay with me. The older one with the hero ability, he had, if you have not performed an attack during a turn, you gain 1 additional brown dice to your defense pool until the start of your next turn. Okay, that's fair enough. The newest one is each hero within 3 spaces of you that has not performed an attack this round adds 1 defense to each of his defense rolls. I'm a little, well, I'm not 100% sure with that. There's been plenty of times that some of the heroes have not performed any attacks. Most of it will be like either searching or resting, double move, or summoning, or opening doors, closing doors, resting. I think I should have mentioned that. Either way, they get just 1 defense as long as they didn't attack. Yeah, that's the thing. Both of them aren't really all that good anyway. Okay, with this one you'll keep getting a brown, so it's in between 0 to 2. Whilst this one you'll be getting 1. Either way, it's both of them is like not performing attacks, but this one is like not only for yourself but for other heroes you get an additional 1. So the hero ability is a lot more better than the older hero ability. It's just I can't see Jonas being used too much, unfortunately. Just because of the hero ability will always be active as long as no one within 3 spaces have performed an attack. When I say no one, it means hero. So, heroic feat actually hasn't really changed apart from some wording. So, actually, I'm just might as well go with this new one. It says, as an action, so that's one of your actions done already. You're testing your willpower. can't say my words correctly. For each minion monster within 3 spaces of you. Each time you pass, perform an attack with that monster that targets itself. And it doesn't state that it needs to be in line of sight, which is absolutely amazing. Now, this is where he becomes a lot more pickable, as it were. Especially for the overlords that like to pick lots of small monsters. I myself used to like lots of large monsters until I found out that the smaller monsters did a lot more damage because of a lot more attacks. Oh, and they also kept on getting in the way a lot as well. Which means if I'm going to be the overlord, most of the time I am, I'm going to have to be wary of someone picking him just because of that heroic feat. The seriously, I can't say more words today. The hero ability, I'm not too afraid of. It's just an extra 1 defense. Permanently, of course. But then it's all about if they don't attack. If they don't attack, then they're going to get 1. If they do, then that's ignored. Which is kind of a shame, really. And here's Jonas's model. Looks pretty good, really. A nice little scarf piece there, or ribbon. But it looks pretty good, actually. Yeah, very nice. We now come to Grey Kerr, which is a bit odd because the new Grey Kerr artwork kind of just reminds me of Green Arrow. But enough about that. Let's just take a look at what's a little bit different right here. 10 health, 12 health. But that's not the only thing is. The attributes. He has a 3 instead of a 2, which makes Grey Kerr having 12 stats all in total instead of the usual 11. I'm not going to complain right there. I can tell you as much. The hero ability and heroic feat hasn't really changed. It's worded differently, but they're practically both the same. So, having a look at the hero ability, which is, after you have performed your first action each round, you may choose to suspend your turn. If you do, resume your turn after another hero finishes his turn this round. So, any hero that's taken a turn. Not the next hero, it's any. The amount of times I've actually wanted to do this with so many heroes, even a lot of other hero players have wanted to do that. Grey Kerr can. The heroic feat is used at the start of your turn to receive 1 additional action this turn. Excellent, you can't go wrong with that. He's an amazing scout. Really, you can't just go wrong with him. And of course, when it comes down to healers and scouts, I always say just go with any class you want. Seriously. And with Grey Kerr, he could go with literally any class there is. And here is Green Arrow himself. I mean Grey Kerr. Close enough. Almost kind of looks like the original one, which I'm not going to complain because that's really good. I really like that. It's like a nice little grappling hook right there. Yeah, really like the model. Excellent. Now we come to Zyla. Completely changed here. When I say complete change, I actually meant herself. 2 different types right there. Okay, they both have wings, but let's just get on with this, with what's more important. The older one has a movement of 4, whilst the newer one has a movement of 5, which is great in my books. The hero ability and feat hasn't really changed, worded different, so let's just have a quick look at this, which is, you may enter blocked spaces and ignore the effects of terrain whilst moving. You cannot end your movement in a blocked space. Technically it's like fly. That's really all it is. Well, makes sense because she has wings. The heroic feat, I don't know why I just threw it away. Anyway. So, use when a monster activates, remove your figure from the map and place a hero token in your space. At the start of your next turn, replace that hero token with your figure. So it's a get out of danger, you cannot attack me, ignore me until my next turn kind of thing. Even though my next turn I'm probably going to fly away 10 spaces perhaps. Isla is a difficult one to probably use because her hero ability lets her fly away from things or get out of harm's way. As a mage, you shouldn't really be in harm's way anyway, unless you really wanted to. She might be good as a hexer, but she has 8 health. She could also be as a good geomancer as well, placing those summoning stones anywhere she wants really. The hero ability can also be pretty powerful in some of the quests, like game breaking kind of thing. However, as I've said before, she is a mage. She has 8 health. So is it really a broken game changer? No. Just because of those, well, 8 health, really. Yeah. I can't see anything wrong with her really. It's just the hero ability, while seems pretty good for flying to your destination, going over pits quickly, going over lava, going over enemy models, get to the objective and all that stuff. Yeah, okay, that works fine. It's just, that's all it is though. Yeah, so with that. And here's her model. You know, it's pretty detailed here and there. It does look pretty good. Even her mask thingy, I don't know why she's wearing a mask. She's not really wearing a mask in the artwork, but still, those wings looks pretty good. Looks quite menacing. So yeah, that's absolutely fine. I can't see what's wrong with that, apart from that weird mask looking face. We come to the skeleton archers, which is the newest one right here. This is the older version. The difference is that, well, this one doesn't really have anything. This one does. It has reanimation. Exactly the same thing as well. It Pierce 1, a surge, +1 range. Oh, and the newest one has an extra 1 more health. Whilst the master, well, this one has Undying. This one has, yet again, reanimation. And an extra 1 more health. So, what does these do? Is Undying better than reanimation? Let's find out. The Undying does, when this monster is defeated, remove it from the map and then replace it with a mini monster. Ignore group limits. Okay. Reanimation does, if it focus, each time this monster suffers damage and is not defeated, it recovers health equal to either the amount suffered or the number of monsters in this group within 3 spaces of it, whichever is less. Please remember, it's got to be if this monster is not defeated. So if it takes if a minion takes 4 damage and there's already 5 of them around it, it is dead. Well, defeated, not dead, because they're undead. So yeah, okay, that's fine. That's fine. I actually quite like reanimation. That's pretty good. The Act 2 versions of them are almost identical, really. The only difference is that this one has an auto Pierce 1, whilst this one has spend a surge for Pierce 2. Bit odd, that one. So I like this one version anyway. Either way, they're both really exactly the same, apart from the reanimation for the minion and master, and Undying for the master. So, get more undead models, and I say more It means you already have zombies for your base game. Oh, I just knocked the camera. I'm going to sort out the camera whilst carrying on with this. And also, if you've bought the, trying to think of the new expansion that came out. I can't remember the expansion. Thanks, camera. No, really, this camera stand is so annoying to deal with. Okay, fine. Let's just leave it like that. No, I can't remember. The latest expansion, the one that actually has Reanimates in there, which is the Skeleton Warriors. Yeah, so you'll have all these. Skeleton Archers, Reanimates, and Zombies. Ooh, undead galore. Except for no one would want to be using zombies. So, this one looks like a really, really good figure. It really, really does. I mean, wow. That's a really good model. Now come to the Demon Lords, which actually are all exactly the same as before. No, literally. Even the Act 2 ones. They are all the same. Oh well, so nothing really new there. But those that don't know what they do, here. The aura, each time a hero enters the space adjacent to this monster, that hero suffers the amount of aura damage. Well, sorcery is an amazing ability. After making an attack roll, this monster may convert up to X range to damage or X damage to range. Yeah, X damage to range. Whilst with it is the target suffers 1 fatigue. Yeah. Well, anyway, I actually do like Demon Lords anyway, and the model itself. Oh my god! Look at that thing! It's so cool. With a bent sword, came into the post and complete bends. But anyway, I always prefer to use white because it shows up better on camera. And yeah, it looks absolutely amazing, much better than the old ones. It's awesome. Oh, and like I said, I do like using Demon Lords, especially with their sorcery. It's so much fun. And now we come to the last monster group, which is the Crow Hag. There is no other monsters to this. This is literally the new monsters, and a lot of people were very happy, mainly because of the brand new monster and a hero monster collection. Sorry, I was about to say monster and hero collection. Let's call it that, shall we? Only because of the new ones. Anyway, so the Act 1 has a movement of 4 with a 5 health and a grey defense dice. The Act 2 version has 5 movement, 7 health, and a black defense dice. They both have life first 1. I'll get into that in a minute. They have a surge of 1 and a surge of 2 extra damage. They have exactly the same attack. These have the exactly same attack. The Master has life first of 1. The Act 2 has life first of 2. Death Omen, I'll get into that. Surge for 1 damage, surge for 2 damage. Movement 4, movement 5. 7 health, 9 health. Black grey, black. So these become a lot more faster in Act 2. That's very interesting. So, what do these abilities actually do? Well, actually, I already know. So this is the life first. Each time a hero within 5 spaces of this monster recovers 1 or more damage, that hero reduces the amount of damage recovered by X to a minimum of 0. Oh, by the way, yeah, you get 3 of these, 2 minions and 1 master. So let's just say someone tries to heal someone, then they're going to be reduced. Or say if a hero is down and someone tries to get that person up and only scores a 3, they're not going to get up if there's 3 of these around. That could be quite nasty, but something like that rarely happens. That's when they're getting up. It's like a stand-up action or something like that, because it's still a recovers. Right, anyway, Death Omen. You choose one hero in this monster's line of sight. That hero may choose to suffer 2 damage. If he does not, he suffers 1 condition of your choice, which is actually not so bad, especially when it comes down to immobilized, or perhaps immobilized, or one of my other favourites is immobilized. Doom is also pretty good, and also immobilized. And for Strangely Unknown, this is the model I don't quite understand. Where did this flail and sensor come from? It's not on there on the pretty pictures. Okay, but hey, that's fine. That's fine. I'll let them get away with that. They've done that to a few of their models before. Make it look completely different. But yeah, okay. I don't know what to say about these. I like Death Omen a lot. Life First is pretty good, I guess. The attacks are really poor. For Act 2, that is. Blue and yellow, that's it. That's not very good. They're not going to be damaging easily, and there's only just 3 of them. They have good health and some good defense. But yeah, again, there's 3 of them. And they don't do a lot of damage. So I'm not too sure about these. We now come to the last few bits of this. Here is the first quest. There you go. There's a route of 3. That's nice. And for Act 2, the Treaty of Champions itself, that's route of 3. Let's have a look at what the rewards are. So, if the Overlord gets this, it gets Demonic Pupil. Exhaust this card when a monster with a hot monster trait is defeated. While this card is exhausted, each monster with the hot trait gains Aura 2 each time a hero enters a space adjacent to this monster. That hero suffers 2 damage. That's going to be quite interesting. It also could be quite good for the Fire Imps as well. Fire Imps that came from Lair of the Worm. So what about the Hero Ward? A hero may return this card into the game box during his turn. If it does, he immediately revives a hero within 5 spaces of him. The active player's hero recovers the health and stamina or fatigue equal to the hearts and fatigue recovered by the revived hero. Hooray! A revive hero action that's within 5 spaces of him. Actually, it doesn't even state it's an action though, because it says immediately revives. So a free action, revive a hero within 5 spaces. Nice. Of course, only does it once. The Overlord reward, which is Hag's Hunger, event card. Play this card when a hero is defeated. Each hero within 3 spaces of that hero suffers 2 fatigue. That's it. Nice. So there you have it. That's my Treaty of Champions review. What do I actually think of it? I like the idea that they actually decided to put in new monsters in it, and even not the next one that's coming up, but the next one after will have brand new monsters as well. So I like that they actually put in some force into it. The artwork itself, I think it has improved Jonas the Kind is probably the best hero artwork that I've seen for the Treaty of Champions, and for the Hero Monster collections as well. Okay, there are some good ones, but there's some okay ones, there's some poor ones, but Jonas the Kind artwork, I mean, wow, actually that's even better than all of them combined, I think. I do think the artwork has improved a bit. The only ones that I feel are slightly a bit weird would be, I'd say, Beck, because he just looks like a World of Warcraft dwarf, slightly. Yeah, and Greyker looks just more like a cartoon of the Green Arrow himself. But yeah, that's the only downside. It comes with the Demon Lords, and I do love the models. The Skeleton Archers definitely feel like that they're going to be able to play with, which is a good thing. So the Skeleton Archers is a plus. The heroes are a plus. Greyker especially. Beck. Yeah. I'm gonna have to rate this one. It's a difficult one, because I want to rate it in between a 7.5 and an 8. Actually, I'm going to go for an 8. 8 out of 10, for the reason being that the Skeleton Archers are actually a lot more usable, and those hero abilities are a lot more better, and yeah, even the heroic feats, some of them are almost the same but worded better, and I am interested in using the Crow Hags. And of course the Demon Lords may not have changed, but the models have, for the better, so that's why I think I'll give it an 8. It's certainly definitely a buy. If you haven't got Demon Lords, I would certainly recommend them. I'd definitely say try out the Crow Hags and see how you feel with them, especially with the Act 2 having movement of 5. That could actually come real handy. Well, that's it for next time. Until, well, next time, yeah. Thanks, bye.